Hello and welcome back to another McMetro video. Today we're going to be building this Wills kit. So this is the bicycle and shed kit from Wills, and I bought this from Antics in Bristol for £5.25. As you can see, I have already opened it just to have a look at it already, but today we're going to be building this, so hope you enjoy. So as you can see, here's all the parts of the kit. Just note the bottom plate is a bit dirty because I've tested it out on my layout when it was quite dusty. So first of all, we've got the bikes here. So you can see the bikes, you can see the handlebars, which have to fit individually. Now you've got the roof here, which is kind of like a tin plate sort of roof for the bike shed. Then obviously you've got the bottom plate too, which you can stick it all onto. And then finally you've also got the walls of the shed itself, as you can see, which goes on there. So first of all, we have to actually paint the kit, and as you can see, I'm going to try and replicate the image on what's on the box. So I'm going to go with a grey roof, and I'm going to paint the walls a different colour basically to what they are as the moulded plastic. So that's what I'm going to go for because I like the image on the box and I kind of want to replicate it a bit. So first of all, we're going to be painting the roof. So I've done two test colours on it to have a quick look. So I think I'm going to go with the one on the left as it gives a bit more of a metally effect, I think. However, I think I'll end up mixing them a bit in. So here is the paint, which is Wilko's Flintstone colour. So yeah, let's get painting. When painting this, you want to brush along the width of the roof as it keeps with the corrugated effect. Otherwise, you may start getting paint getting stuck between the little indents, basically ruining the roof. So you want to keep going in that direction so you keep the corrugated effect. So here I started mixing in the test colour with the other colour, and at the end of the day it worked absolutely fine mixing them in, and it gave a nice effect. I was able to go over later with the darker colour I originally chose and kind of blotched it in and made it look a bit of a two-tone sort of effect, which you'll see when I finish painting. So whilst that's drying, let's go and paint the side walls for the bike shelter. So here's the side walls, they're in their moulded plastic sort of green colour. And I've made up some paint, here it is, I'm not sure how well that's coming out on camera. It's sort of a army green sort of colour, made up of green and a brownish reddish colour sort of thing. So I think the green murky colour really does work, so I'm going to give it a few layers now, and let's move on to the bikes. So here are the bikes. As you can see, we've got three standing bikes, and we've got the bikes which go in the racks, which are on the rack thing, and then we've also got the handlebars at the bottom. As you can see, there's 4 handlebars for the 4 different bikes. So what we need to go and do first is cut them out and glue the handlebars on. So as you can see, I've cut out one of the bikes on the bike rack just with a simple craft knife scalpel thing, and yeah, here you go. So you see there's quite a bit of detail on there. There's obviously no spokes in the wheels, so what we need to go and do first is glue the handlebars on, and then we can paint it. As you can see, I've now cut out the handlebars for the bike. In this case, I'm going to be using super glue to stick them together as I do not have any other suitable glues. Obviously be careful not to stick your fingers together when using super glue. So yeah, let's do it. You just want to put a little blob of glue on the tip of the bike just so the glue grasps the handlebars as it starts to dry. So here it is. This took me a number of attempts to glue. It would have helped if I had something to hold it because the handlebars kept sticking to my finger every time I tried to glue them in place. So now onto painting. There's two main bits we have to paint. The actual rack itself, which will be the colour of the walls, which is a army green, and then the colour of the bike, which is what I choose. So here I am painting the sort of the rack itself, which is the army green colour, which I used on the walls of the bike shed. So it's all part of the metal structure of the building, well, the shed even. So it's all the same colour. So as you can see, that's nice and painted now. So now we need to paint the actual colour of the bike. So each of the bikes I'm probably going to do a different colour, maybe a couple duplicates, maybe the red, the blues, popular ones sort of thing. However, this bike I'm going to be painting in this nice cyan-y, bluey colour. So I'm thinking it looks pretty cool. I do like the colour, it does look pretty nice too. So I need to go and paint the rest of them now, and I'll see you back when they're all done. And I also got to do a few more layers on this one too. Welcome back guys. So it's the day after now, and I've given each one a few coats of different colours. Note the one I painted just a second ago does not look like what it was supposed to. So here you can see all of the yellow bikes I painted. I've painted the mud flaps yellow too on it. And as you can see, the frame is completely yellow, and to be honest, it looks pretty good, I think. Also, you can see the way the bike sits on the stand inside the shelter at an angle. So now you can see the walls, the frame or whatever, and the roof of the bike shelter after I've painted them. So they look pretty good, and I love the way I did the two-tone sort of effect on the roof of the corrugated metal by doing blotches of darker on top of the lighter I mixed in, and I think it gives a pretty authentic look. So to assemble the shed, all we have to do is get the wall frames and stick them in. Well, I'm using a bit of super glue as that's all I have, and sticking them in on the underside of the roof to complete the structure. Also, you want to hold them in for a few seconds just so they stabilise in the correct position. And here you can see the finished product. I really do think the colours go well together, and it does make it look like some form of slightly older maybe bike sheds compared to some newer sort of modern style bike sheds. Also, here's the bottom plate for the bike shed if you wish to use it. I'm not using it as I'm sticking this straight onto my hard standing concrete on my mini exhibition layout. So if you were to do it, all you need to do is just put a bit of glue down on the underside of the plate or on the bottom of the wall frames, and then just stick it on. For the purposes of this video, this is basically what I'm trying to say, but I've just tacked it down with a bit of tack instead of gluing it down permanently. Also, when sticking in the bikes in the shelter, you need to put them at the angle shown here. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be tacking it onto the layout as I have not completed the groundwork yet, so I'm not going to glue it in just yet. So I've now turned my phone torch on just to give you a better look. And now what I've just realised is to actually stick the bikes in, you have to put them down first. So what I'm going to be doing is taking up the shelter and then basically trying to place the bike under it and then placing the shelter back over it again. So there you go. Just as a little example, that looks really good, and I can't wait to get it permanently on the layout with all the different bikes around it. One of the main reasons I wanted to make this video is as when I was trying to find a tutorial on YouTube, because I was a bit confused about the handlebars, I thought they were bike locks initially at first. However, I was able to figure it out in the end. So basically I wanted to make a video to share with you guys on how to make it if you ever buy one or you want to buy one after this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Even if you're not going to buy this kit, maybe you found this a bit interesting. Anyway, it would be awesome if you could like this video and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Also, you may be able to see this little bike shelter at an exhibition soon. Well, when the layout's finished and exhibitions start up again. So anyway, see ya!